Hello everybody. Following my wrist reconstruction, I've been looking at bar risers to give me a more upright seating position to take weight off my wrists. I looked online and I looked at the standard offerings from eBay, but I found they were all pretty low quality and low fit and not very good finish. So I decided to make my own. So if you want to buy any of the bar risers you see in this video, I'll put a link in the description. So please send me an email to let me know if you're interested, and I'll sell them. So today we're going through the process of how to install forged carbon fiber bar risers. So things you will need. You'll need a hex key set, some extended high tensile bolts, and some forged carbon bar risers. You also need an old towel. So to begin with, put your bike on the center stand, and this whole job can be done by yourself, though if you're not confident or you're a smaller person, you might want to consider getting somebody else to help you. So to begin with, we're just going to put the old towel over the fuel tank to protect it. So following that, we're just going to loosen all the upper bolts on the clamp setup for the bars. Make sure you loosen all of these bolts evenly. You don't want to undo one all the way in one go. Also, make sure you've got a hand on the bars as you're doing this, because as soon as they come loose, those bars are going to want to flip straight down, and they'll bump into the tank or potentially cause damage to some of the cables or control systems. So you want to undo all the bolts till they're hand loose. They might bind up a little bit as you move the bar around because it kind of puts pressure on the bolts, but you want to undo the two lower bolts first, leave the two upper bolts, and then make sure that you have the bars upright so that all the weight is even and on the frame rather than you holding the entire bars by yourself. Once that's all undone, just carefully lower the bars onto the old towel in your tank. Be careful not to twist or stretch or pull on those cables. We don't want to damage the cables. So you want to get everything ready. You want to have your bar risers, your bolts, the original upper clamps, and your hex key set all ready and within reach, particularly if you're doing this one by yourself. So we're just going to put the bar risers into the original cradles. Then you're going to gently bring up the bars and place them into them. Again, be careful not to yank or pull or twist or stretch those cables because they can be delicate, particularly the hydraulic ones for the brakes. To begin with, just locate the upper bolt for each of the clamps first. These bar risers are 25mm extension, so that means that you won't have to do any rerouting or any sort of modification to your original cables. It should just all work. But to double check, once you've done this whole process, just full lock your handlebars to left or right and make sure nothing's pulling or twisting too badly. But they should be completely fine with this size riser. So once you've got the bar in place, you just want to go ahead and tighten all the bolts down. To get all the bolts in, you may have to sort of manipulate the bars to locate all the holes because it tends to move and wriggle around a lot. Now we're just going to do up these bolts just tight enough so that the handlebars aren't moving freely anymore. Once they're not moving freely anymore, what you actually want to do is you want to sit on your bike. It's very important to get the handlebars centered correctly and also at the right angle so that your hands are in a nice comfortable position. So once you've located all the handlebars, you figured out where you want to actually have them, just hold the bars so they don't flip down again, and undo those bolts a little bit so that way you can set the bar angle to the correct angle for you, and also make sure that they are centered. Then go ahead and tighten the bolts, but we want to tighten them evenly. So we're going to get them all to the point where the bars can only move freely, and then we're going to tighten each bolt one at a time, 1/4 turn at a time. If you want to torque down these bolts correctly, the correct torque setting is 24 Newton meters. So that's it, that's the whole installation. I took the bike for a good ride to make sure that I had adjusted the bars to the right angle for me, so I would definitely recommend doing that and then seeing if you need to readjust them again. But I found that immediately that I had a more even though these are only a 25mm bar riser, I definitely felt more upright and I felt less weight on my wrists, which is important for me as, like I said, I've just finished up rehabilitation for a wrist reconstruction on my left wrist. And yeah, I'm very excited for making these. So they're forged carbon fiber, so they're lighter than a lot of the other options you have for bar risers in the market, but they are very strong, corrosion resistant and air resistant. So if you're interested in buying some, I'll put a link to the email down in the description. It's just email me at Cosmo Composites and let me know if you're interested in purchasing some. At the moment, I haven't got a website going or anything, but I'm looking at making this a bit of a small side business. So definitely interested, send me an email and I'd love to hear from you. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. I think they look really fantastic, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye. Alright then, that was a nice little easy video. Wasn't too bad. I really hope you guys like the product and maybe drop an email showing some interest in it. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my big cup of tea and perhaps think about what the next thing we're going to make is.